when you buy, say, like a phone, some electronic gadgets, a laptop, and even some automobiles like cars, yeah, you buy them, they come with manual, right? Yes, just to help you, to guide you on how to find your way around these things. But you see these newborn babies, fresh from heaven, they don't come with manual. You just have to figure it out yourself. You always have to be in the spirit to be able to figure out what the problem is with them. At all times you must be at alert, and that is why it's the routine for most hospitals not to let you take your baby home if your baby does not poop or pee 24 hours after birth, because not pooping may be an indication that there's a problem or a blockage in the intestines, or not peeing may also be that there is a problem, a blockage with the urinary tract. Okay, now the urinary system is made up of the two kidneys that does the detoxification, filtration, as well as production of urine. So when it's done with that, it's also, these two kidneys has ureters, one ureter each. So it has two ureters that is attached to the bladder. We have just one bladder, and below the bladder is the urethra, which happens to be the outlet of the urinary system. The place where your urine comes out is the urethra. Now, in the kidneys, the urethras, the bladder, as well as the urethra, there can be a blockage, some congenital birth defect that can cause a blockage. So much so that after urine production, it cannot come out. They find it difficult to pee out. As that's the same thing that also happens to the intestines. One of the conditions, conditions that indicates that there's a blockage in the intestines is the imperforate anus. A situation where your the baby's anus is completely sealed instead of being patent, instead of opening to allow poop. So that is why I'm bringing this to you, just so you look out for some things that should make you take your baby to the hospital almost immediately. Take them to the hospital. One, when you notice your baby's temperature is the oral temperature, you put the thermometer in the baby's mouth. If the oral temperature is 37.5 degrees Celsius, or the rectal temperature is 38 degrees Celsius, it means your baby is having fever. You should take your baby to the hospital almost immediately. In fact, immediately. Secondly, if your baby is not feeding, the baby refuses to suck from your breast, it's just there, it's just staring, and it's maybe too quiet, it could be a problem from the brain, reflex problem. Take your baby to the hospital. And then thirdly, if your baby is having difficulty in breathing, is struggling to breathe, take the baby to the hospital. And then fourthly, also, if your baby also does not poop or pee, please take your baby to the hospital. And the last one is, if your baby's color turns blue instead of pink, it means the baby is not getting enough oxygen. You must rush to the hospital. That is very detrimental to your baby's life. You must go to the hospital almost immediately. I want to crave your indulgence. I see a lot of you making posts on Facebook. I understand that there are health professionals also on this Blue app, but I tell you the truth, those posts you make on Facebook, I doubt if there's any health professional that will profile a solution, because this is actually against our professional ethics. We don't do that on social media platforms. If you consult us privately, yes, we can find the perfect solution to your problem. But if you see those posts you make, my baby's body is hot, there's a rash on my baby's body, there's this, there's that, please don't ever do that. That time that you are using to type don't type those messages would have been enough for you to at least get to the hospital, or even halfway to the hospital. No, when I see such posts, you see a lot, millions and millions of advice they give to you, and these are, majority of them are from people that have no knowledge of health, and a lot of you just maybe go with them. It may work for you, but I promise you, a lot of lives have gone from those solutions that you get on social media platforms. Rather than do that, rush to the hospital where they will carry out a detailed test for you, arrive at a diagnosis, and then treat you accordingly. Then you will live, you feel better and live longer. Please, my people, to enjoy your day on. He who has ear, let him hear. Enjoy your day, my people. Bye.